today we'll discuss its two applications. First application is to compare the EMFs of two primary cells. Okay, now see the circuit diagram of potentiometer. You know, in potentiometer there are minimum 3 meter to 10 meters wires, because if we increase the length, its intensity, its sensitivity always increases. So this is a wire of 100 centimeter, and we are taking here the 400 centimeter wire. For example, this is a wooden scale on which we can measure the balancing length of the galvanometer. Okay, so now see the circuit. This is the primary circuit. First you will connect this A point with a supply battery, positive, negative, like this, and a key and a rheostat. Okay, so connect this with the point C. So positive of the cell is connected to point A, and the negative of the point of the cell is connected to another key, and then it is rheostat, and then it will connect to a C point. You can see here. Now we have to compare the two primary cells electromotive forces. So that's why take the two cells like this and connect both at the same point like this. Positive terminals of both cells should be connected to the point A. So in this way you can say at point A we are connecting three positive terminals of the three cells. Now suppose it is the E1 first cell and E2 is the second primary cell, connected to different keys. You can use here the two-way key also. I am showing here the two different one-way keys. Now these two keys will be connected to a galvanometer to see the deflection, and now the second end of the galvanometer will be connected to a jockey, and jockey will slide over the wire to get the balancing length. Now this is the circuit, total circuit, to compare the EMFs of the two cells. Now see it's working. How will compare? First, what you will do here, close the circuit K2. Okay, close K2 or K1, anyone you can start. Suppose I open the circuit K2 and close the circuit K1. So in this way the current will flow through the first cell E1 and we get the balancing length. Suppose the balancing length is L1. So according to the principle we can write E1 is equal to KL1. Now close the K2 and open the K1. Again find the balancing length. Say it is E2 is equal to KL2. So these are the two conditions we observe, and then find the ratio of both. So you can see E1 upon E2 is equal to L1 upon L2. So by finding the balancing lengths in two conditions, we can see it is the comparison of the EMFs of two primary cells. So in this way we can compare any two cells, primary cells. Now come to the second application. It is to determine the internal resistance of a cell. Okay, so see the connection. This is the potentiometer. Wooden scale is here, 0 to 100 centimeter. Now in this, again you have to connect positive terminal of the cell whose internal resistance you have to find. It is small r, internal resistance. E is the EMF of the given cell. Make a loop around this cell by a resistance box and key K1, say K1. Okay, and this combination is connected to a galvanometer. Okay, you can use a shunt also in previous application also, and the second terminal of the galvanometer will be connected to a jockey, and jockey will slide over the wire to find the balancing length. It was the secondary circuit. In first primary circuit you can see here the same almost positive terminal with point A. Okay, key, it is the key, and then rheostat and connect it with point C. So this is the simple circuit to find the internal resistance small r of the given primary cell whose EMF is E. Okay, now what you will do here in this experiment, you will perform in the lab also. First open the key K1 and then find the, and then see what is the reading L1. Okay, say its reading is L1. See what is that value. So in that case, because the current will pass through the cell E, so it will measure directly the EMF of the cell, that is the KL1 you can write here. Now in second part, just close the key K1. Okay, so in this way what will happen, the current will divide. It will pass through E as well as through the resistance box also. So when current will pass through resistance box also, it means through the resistive circuit, so it will measure the potential difference, or simply you can say the voltage. So that is, you can say it is the E2, it is equal to or say you should say V actually. So it is V is equal to KL2, because in open circuit it is always terminal potential, and in open circuit it is the EMF. So now it is the closed, so it will measure the potential difference between the terminals. So it is the V is equal to KL2. This is the second condition. This is the first condition. You will take the two at the different resistance. Okay, at different resistance you will take the, suppose initially you will take out the 1 ohm, then you will take the measurement both, then in second observation take R is equal to internal external resistance capital R is equal to 2 ohm, then 3 ohm, then 4 ohm, like this. You have to take the 4 or 5 observation set, and then you will take the average. So if you divide the E upon V, it will come L1 upon L2. And using the formula of the internal resistance, already you have discussed, it is the E upon V minus 1 into capital R. It was the formula. So now from here you can see, from 3 you can see small r is equal to capital R L1 upon L2 minus 1. So using this formula for different external resistance capital R, you can find the internal resistance of the given primary cell. So in this way we can use the potentiometer to measure the internal resistance of the given cell. Okay, now you have to take some precautions, essential precautions on the potentiometer. First, all positive terminals, this one and the previous application also, all the positive terminals should be connected at point A always. And remember, the EMF of the primary cell should always be greater than the EMF of the cell which will you connect to find the internal resistance. So the EMF of this should be greater always in both applications. And another precautions you have to take, you should slide the jockey, gently. Okay, don't press it, otherwise what will happen, the area cross section of the wire will not remain uniform. It may change and it will violate the principle of the potentiometer. So it should move gently.